Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
NATO scrambles warplanes after Putin unleashes missile and drone attack. To view this video, please enable JavaScript and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5. Video. Up next, NATO was forced to scramble warplanes over Poland today after Russia launched a huge attack on Ukraine's gas and energy facilities. Vladimir Putin sent tragic bombers from an Arctic airfield to launch devastating strikes impacting civilians in the north of Ukraine. The move came just hours after Donald Trump had said the Kremlin dictator wanted to stop the war, and only the U.S. president knew the secret reason why Putin has no choice but to continue his invasion. Today's attack saw savage strikes on cities and regions across Ukraine, including dozens of ship-launched Caliber and strategic bomber-launched Kh-101 missiles, according to one unofficial source, as Putin appeared to intensify his war. A gas pipeline exploded after a missile strike in Ternopil, with massive flames towering into the night sky. Head of Ternopil Regional Administration, Vyacheslav Nehoda, said, "As a result of a night enemy attack in the Ternopil region, a critical industrial facility was hit by a rocket. There may be restrictions on gas supply." Missiles also struck gas storage facilities in Poltava and Sumy regions, where numerous explosions were recorded, along with Ivano-Frankivsk and Vinnytsia. In Kharkiv, Ukraine's second city, traditionally mainly Russian-speaking, critical infrastructure was hit in an Iskander-M missile strike along with 9 multi-story residential buildings and 36 private sector buildings, and heating supplies disrupted. 7 people were wounded, said Mayor Ihor Terekhov. In Odessa, port warehouses, which stored ammunition, were struck along with power substations. In connection with the active activity of long-range aviation of the Russian Federation carrying out strikes against facilities located in western Ukraine, Polish and Allied aviation has begun to operate in our airspace, said a statement from Warsaw's Armed Forces Operation Command Headquarters. The NATO warplanes were on alert to shoot down any Russian missiles entering Polish airspace. The action came amid uncertainty over the alliance's long-term role, as the U.S. threatens to step back from defending European security. The operational commander of the regional armed forces mobilized all the forces and means at his disposal, said the statement. Duty pairs of fighter jets were put into the air, and ground-based air defense and radar reconnaissance systems reached the highest level of readiness. The measures taken are aimed at ensuring security in the territories bordering the threatened areas. The operational command of the armed forces is monitoring the current situation, and its subordinate forces and means remain fully prepared for immediate response. The latest Russian blitzkrieg came as the Trump administration has blocked Ukraine from access to U.S. intelligence, including the ability to use Western long-range missiles to target Putin's military machine. Ukrainian Energy Minister German Galashchenko said, "Russia continues its energy terror." Again, the energy and gas infrastructure in various regions of Ukraine is under massive missile and drone shelling. Where possible, rescuers and energy workers are working to eliminate the consequences. All necessary measures are being taken to stabilize energy and gas supplies. Russia is trying to hurt ordinary Ukrainians by shelling energy and gas production facilities, without abandoning its goal of leaving us without light and heat and causing the greatest harm to ordinary citizens. While the danger continues, please stay in shelters. Prominent Ukrainian activist and lawyer Serhiy Sternenko said sarcastically. As part of their pursuit of peace, the Russians carried out a massive combined attack against our electricity and gas infrastructure in the morning. They used ballistic, cruise missiles Kh-101 and Caliber, aircraft-guided missiles, and UAVs. The ruthless strikes at civilian energy supplies mean civilians face losses of gas and electricity for many days. Residents in Pivden, Odessa region, were told they would have no power for 5 days after the main transformer was destroyed. The strikes came ahead of scheduled peace deal talks between Ukraine and U.S. officials in Saudi Arabia next week. Trump said Putin had a secret reason for reaching a deal. "I think what's going to happen is Ukraine wants to make a deal because I don't think they have a choice," the U.S. president said. "I also think that Russia wants to make a deal because, in a certain different way, a different way that only I know, they have no choice either." Today's attacks also came hours after Volodymyr Zelensky had proposed an end to energy strikes as the first step in halting hostilities. "Everyone must ensure that Russia, the only culprit of this war, recognizes the need to end it," he said. "This can be proven by 2 forms of silence: no attacks on energy and other civilian infrastructure, no launching of missiles, bombs, long-range drones, no military operations in the Black Sea," he said. Ukrainian Telegram channel Pravda Gerashchenko said, "Putin has once again shown how much he wants peace. Residential buildings, civil, energy, and gas infrastructure of Ukraine have been attacked." Get in touch with our news team by emailing us at webnews@metro.co.uk. For more stories like this, check our news page. More rare insight into secret Ukrainian unit striking Putin's war machine 1,240 miles inside Russia. More, Putin launches missile strike on Zelensky's hometown after U.S. halts military aid. More, Donald Trump warns Hamas, "You are dead," if it doesn't release hostages. Never miss the biggest stories with breaking news alerts in your inbox. This site is protected by Ray CAPTCHA, and the Google privacy policy and terms of service apply. Your information will be used in line with our privacy policy.